Okay, now we start. Oh,
There it is.
no.
All right, I've retweeted it.
There we go. Well, uh, greetings everyone. Welcome to the opening speech of the Atlia-Obscurium Cultural Week that's going to be held between the 30th of May till the 5th of June. We have here present the leader of the United Republic of Obscurium, President Sir Antonov.
Greetings.
And I thank him very much his presence here to open this historic moment in the history of both of our nations.
Yes, and taking on your very long and excellent friendship with Obscurium, of course.
I think we had a bit of static in the audio.
Okay, well, I just said that um, it is, of course, a historic moment. I would like to thank you and the nation of Atlia for making this possible and for, for your long friendship with Obscurium, which has lasted for many years now, and which is, of course, the reason for this cultural week, which is now about to start.
Thank you, and I share the feeling of this long-lasting friendship that we have been having since our signing of Mutual Recognition Treaty. I think in December 2019.
Yeah, around that time, 2019.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Well, it's been a long time, yeah. Well, without further ado, we'll play the anthems or Vote of Nations, starting with the invited nation that is Obscurium. Now, the anthem of the Kingdom of Atlia. Right. Now we can start with the opening speeches, first by His Excellency President Sarantonov.
Thank you very much, Luis Marcel. Well, as we said earlier, it's been a long time since Atlia-Obscurium first started its official diplomatic relationship. Was back in 2019, and we were still in the United Sovereignties back then.
Oh, yes.
Organization which we both remember, of course. I mean, it's kind of sad that it's gone now because it was the birthplace of this wonderful relationship. Back then, we just started with the Mutual Recognition Treaty. But over time, myself and Prince Louis Marcel, we grew to be very good friends, and so our two nations are developed a very close friendship as well, which has lasted until this very day. We have contemplated the idea of both a cultural exchange and a state visit for quite some time, ever since the beginnings. And this year, both of these things are actually going to happen. The cultural exchange is starting right now, and I'm sure it's going to be a great week. We have many very nice things planned, and the state visit will also take place in a bit over a month, 1.5 months. And I'm actually going to fly over to Mexico and visit Atlia in person, something which I've dreamed of doing for a very long time now. That's also going to be fantastic, and I'm very much looking forward to that and to one week of cultural exchange, and I'm especially looking forward to those Atlian recipes.
Thank you very much, President Antonov. And as well, I am very thankful for this almost 3 years of friendship that we have been having. And I want to also I have a high I expect very much what this exchange will hold, and the state visit, which will be a milestone in the history of Atlia, as it will be our first state visit by another nation. I also very excited for the activities to be held. Actually, the culinary one, it's one also I'm very looking forward to it, to taste that recipe of Obscurium that I heard is very good. And of course, for this exchange, this cultural week, to mark another milestone in the history that we are creating between our nations, and for it to be only the first of many more in the future.
Well said, my friend. Well said.
Right now, we will say. Oh dear! Oh no, that's not good. Okay, we'll read the activities to be held in the week. If you may help me, and what do we can expect for those activities?
Of course. Did you want to start or shall
Please, you do.
All right. Well, obviously today we are having the open speeches right now, and tomorrow we are going to have the Obscurian showcase. All of the events during the week are going to be at 9:30 p.m. my time, which is Central European time, and 12:30 a.m. Luis's time, what the time Mexico is called. I'm sorry.
I think it's Central Time for
Central Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's going to be 12:30 a.m. Central Time and 9:30 p.m. Central European Time. Every day. So tomorrow is going to be Obscurian Showcase, where I will be sitting here again. I will be telling you, the dear viewers and listeners, about the history of Obscurium, the culture of Obscurium, everything that has to do with Obscurium, and some projects we've been working on.
Of course, yes, of course. The next day, we're going to have the Atlian Showcase, which will be essentially the same thing that Obscurium will do, but with Atlia. As well as showcasing a few of projects that we are planning or we are actually holding at the moment for all those people that also we are going to say a bit of the history of Atlia for all those curious in the audience.
You can do the next one too.
Okay, then also we'll have wait a moment, please. We will have, because I don't have it at hand, here it is. The next day of the Atlan Showcase, which would be June 2nd, will be our culinary exchange, which it will be one of the big landmarks of this interchange. In the showcase of both nations, we will share the recipes for all people in the audience to prepare these delicious recipes at home in June 12th, and we will recommend all of you to post pictures of these recipes if you try them.
It's special for Obscurium because I don't think our recipes have ever been released to the wider public. On the next day, the 3rd of June, we decided that we were going to do week is full of special things, isn't it? It's a very special way.
I'm sorry, you're cutting a bit.
Is it better now?
No, it still sounds glitchy.
Oh, I do about it. Should I
No,
go in and come?
There it is.
Is it good now?
Maybe if you speak a bit louder, maybe it's going to fix.
Okay. Is it, how is it good? How is it now?
Better.
Can you understand me?
Fairly.
Maybe I should leave and come back. Is that possible? Destroy the stream.
Maybe. Yeah, you can do that. Very quick.
Okay. So I hope that didn't destroy the technical setup. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, excellent. So, as I was saying, the first because on that day in 1844, I think it's 177 years or 78 years ago, on the 3rd of June, the last breeding pair of great auks was strangled to death by Icelandic fishermen. We commemorate that day in Obscurium every year because it marked the extinction of that species. And I'm going to hold a little bit of presentation. I'll show you a video I made about a great auk. And Luis Marcel and the good people of Atlia have something else special prepared for that day as well, which I'm not going to spoil.
Yeah, also it's still in the works, so yeah.
Exactly. But if you're wondering what the hell Great Auk is or what Atlia has prepared for that day, you should definitely tune in.
Indeed. It will be also a very great day, 3rd of June. Of course, also the next day we will have our diplomatic summit where we will sign a friendship treaty, a friendship and cooperation treaty, and as well establishing a future. I think it's just a friendship and cooperation treaty.
Yeah. There's nothing else to do since we already, obviously, we already have very close to organizations. I think it's the last step before annexation.
Indeed.
The only question is, who is going to annex whom?
I don't know.
Regardless, all good things have to come to an end, and so will this week on the 5th of June with the closing speeches. My friend Luis Marcel here and myself.
Indeed, we will be saying farewell to this interesting week, and we will be reflecting on what has been done in the week and the results of this, as well as you, spectators, on what would you think of that.
We would love to hear your feedback too. And if you have any questions about Atlia or Obscurium, obviously, as mentioned, we will have the two showcases on the second and no, on the 1st and 2nd of June. So if you have any questions, it will be streamed live, and you are welcome to ask those questions after our presentation is over, and we will do our best to answer them, of course.
Indeed. Well, I think it's all for this podcast. Thank you all for tuning in, and see you on the week.
See you again.